Hello people of the internet, my name is Kryation and today I'll be answering you guys questions. Now I know a lot of you guys want to know a bit more about me and I don't really talk about myself. So today I'll be answering the most frequently asked questions that I get, sometimes daily. So let's hop right into it. You guys are free to ask me any questions in the comment section below. Maybe I'll make this a series if I get enough of them. Now this first question is my favorite question and it consists of something I get pretty much daily and I don't really know why. Well, I kinda do. This word is probably the hardest string of English words ever put together to make a name. Everyone wants to know, WTF is Kryation. What does it mean? How did you come up with it? And why did you come up with it? Well, this is basically a very long story, but I will sum it up to you in the shortest way possible. Now, you must understand that everything in life isn't as simple as it seems, and sometimes we make stupid decisions that we cannot take back. Fortunately, I love my name, and this is the story behind it. A few years ago, I used to develop homebrew games. Homebrews are what we will call indie games in this modern era, but homebrews are usually free, and they're for systems that have usually been cracked and allow unsigned code to be ran. Now, a lot of people usually use these cracks as a pirating thing. I wasn't really a fan of that. I really liked developing my own games, so I started up a fully functional game. Now, of course, Kryation isn't the best graphics designer, so I went old retro 2D, and my game consists of a flying square that really had no gravity. There was really no point to the game. If you ever see a game called The Brown Box, it's pretty much the first game ever made in history. My game was pretty much a replica of that, with pretty much a very bad drawn style and a cube that pretty much walked along the ground and it could fly. There was no changing in weather, nothing. The game really had no point. Then I studied for a while of 3D graphics and how that works. I ended up dropping out of the developer scene because I really didn't have time to do it. But I had made a name for myself. A very weird let's speak word, Creator. Now, Creator was pretty much a very weirdly spelled variation of the word creator, and it carried over for a while. It was brilliant seeing that I was a dev and it was such really a creative name. Around a year or two later, I was going to start a YouTube channel, and the reason I was starting a YouTube channel, I'm blending two questions here at once, was because I have always wanted to see people laugh. Making people laugh was my hobby, and I really enjoyed it. I saw other people on the interweb doing it, and I wanted to do it. I wanted to share my experiences, my opinion, and just have a great time. So while digging at ideas, I pulled out my old username and pretty much put it into YouTube. Now, it was available, I'm not sure if it still is, but I was like, hey, that isn't what I really wanted to be. I wanted to be a new generation, a new person, a new personality, and I started Kryation, and Kryation has been there. Now there is a few variations of the way you pronounce my name, but it really doesn't matter to me. If you get it wrong, all I'm going to do is really just laugh at you and just say, hey, you can call me pretty much whatever you want. My name is pretty hard to pronounce or read. Not really sure, but I think it's one of the more personalized special names here on YouTube. And if you're going to start a YouTube anytime soon, make sure you make a name that people will remember. And to me, no one really forgets my name or knows how to say it. Anyway, moving on to the next question. Who inspires me the most? Now, I always get some kind of variation of this question, whether if it is in real life or on the internet. But if you're talking about YouTubers, the one that inspires me the most is probably the most hardest question I would ever have to answer. There is many YouTubers who pretty much make me want to do what I do. Some are personal friends and some are people I don't even know. But my closest friend here is Lupus. Lupus seems to be the most helpful person here, and he designed my intro by himself. He has some serious talent, and I really hope him the best. He's the director for the Pixel Enemy channel. I am too, but I don't honestly use my directorship as much as I should. If I really need any advice on pretty much anything, he's always there for me, and he really inspires me to go out and pretty much try to create the best looking content I can create. Now, he does it better than me, but I try my best, and that's what really counts. Now, for YouTubers that I don't really know, that I find their content awesome and pretty much supreme, is Frankie, Jack, Pawnstar, the Russian Badger, Yostcast, C9ers, lots of people that I cannot name. Pretty much a lot of people put a lot of work into YouTube, and that's someone who I want to be one day. You can clearly see that they have so much fun, and these guys make me laugh pretty much daily. There is just so many YouTubers out there. I really wouldn't be able to name them all, but yeah, I do strive to be like these guys, and I really hope that I one day am able to sit down and say I made someone laugh today. It's a great feeling. Anyway, next question. What YouTuber do I watch the most? I watch no one the most. Usually when I'm watching YouTube, it's because I have some free time. So it's whatever comes up on my what to watch feed. I don't really specifically have one YouTuber that I watch all the time. I try to watch everyone equally, and sometimes I don't get a chance to watch everything, which I really am sad about. Usually I go on to random streaks of what I'm watching, so yeah, can't really tell you who I watch the most or what I watch the most. But I am trying to stay away from the Battlefield 4 videos, because being a Battlefield 4 content creator is really different. I feel like sometimes people accuse you of trying to steal another person's style or content, and I really don't watch Battlefield 4 videos for that exact reason, because I don't really want to feel like I have stolen from this guy. I do take notes. I do sometimes say, hey, that's a good idea, I should do it, but I really try to stay away from just totally plagiarizing another person. That's not really cool, and I wouldn't advise it if you're starting YouTube. That brings us to our next question. I want to start a YouTube channel. How do I do it? Well, if you want to start a gaming channel, all you really need is a microphone and a PVR. PVRs pretty much record your console or computer's gameplay. Now, if you're on PC, it's a bit easier because you can just download some programs like GeForce Experience for Shadow Play or DxTory or Fraps. It's a bit easier starting on PC, and if you have a PC, it's a thing that you will have an advantage over all the other YouTubers. PCs are powerful, they are elite, and your rendering time will be low. That's why I will say if you're going to start a YouTube channel, you may want to save up for a PC, because sometimes if you're on very old hardware to render out videos, it takes pretty much forever, and you don't want to be stuck waiting 4 hours for a 10-minute video to render out. Also, when you buy your microphone, buy a mediocre one. Don't get any high-tech advanced $500,000 microphone if you don't know what you're doing yet. You have to remember that you're just dabbling into the YouTube community, and just see if you like it. If you don't like it, quit. There's nothing wrong with that. Not everyone is going to like everything, and I feel like a lot of people try to stay here because they feel like it's going to get better, but you'll know when you make your first video whether you'll like doing this or not. You may also want to take an English class, seeing that I am probably the worst enunciator out there. I'm not the best English scholar, you should say, but I make it work and I have fun doing it. So that really wraps it up for me. That's pretty much all you really need to know about Kryation. That is pretty much my frequently asked questions all the time, questions that I get all the time. And if you want to, know anything about me, make sure to leave it in the comment section below. I'll see you guys later. Stay creative.